I feel like I spend more time looking out the window or staring at a brick wall. I disassociate a lot. I'm not really one for distracting myself. I'm more like on a different planet. Hi, I'm Saoirse Monica Jackson and this is Vibe Check with Cosmopolitan UK. The first period drama I did, I was actually surprised just by how constraining the corsets were the entire time. And I was surprised at the value that was put into a certain pair of tights that I wore because they came right up to my chest, tucked underneath the corset, and there was no leeway for cutting a hole in said tights, which meant I had to completely undress every time I needed the bathroom. I think you sort of become slightly like every character in a small way. There's definitely so many parts of me and Erin, and probably in hindsight, there's been parts of me and Misa as well. I played a character in The Ferryman a couple of years ago in the West End called Sheena Kearney, and she was the only daughter in quite a large group of boys, which I could really relate to. And she was a dreamer and but sort of had like a ragtag hustle and bustle there. So I could definitely relate to that vibe. If I was to watch a TV show over and over again, it would probably be Schitt's Creek. I just think it's so hilarious, and each time I always end up falling in a character becomes my favourite every time I watch it again. Or if I was to watch something again from the start, if I was to introduce someone to something and I didn't mind watching it again, it would be I Hate Suzie, even though it's quite a tense watch. I think the performances are so brilliant and it's got such an amazing pace. I love the costumes. I love Billie Piper's performance in it. It's just, ooh, what a bleak question. I'll choose never to go to a festival because I'll just go on holiday and go to a festival. My first Glastonbury I was ever at, and watching my fiance perform, Dennis Ulta, had like a huge massive stage and the visuals were amazing. It was like the first time I'd seen his visuals up that big, and the crowd was just as far back as the eye could see, and I was just so proud. The sun was setting and it was just like such a glorious moment. I would love to do more of Japan. I'd love to do all the islands and stuff around Japan, and I'd love to go to Lebanon with one of my Lebanese friends, Ralph. He's just, I think Lebanese people are so like the Irish. They're such great crack. They love their food, they love to get dolled up, and they love to party. Is Liverpool a better night out than Ibiza? Liverpool's certainly a class night out, but I would say, to be tactical about it, just have a night out with Scousers and Ibiza probably be better. My mum. I always call my mum when I need to sort of brain map something out, even if it's logistically, if there's like a lot going on and I'm trying to make loads of things work. I'm like, hey, my mum's always great at like mapping stuff out and making it visual for me to be like, okay, I can do that or I can't make that work. So yeah, I'm very lucky that I have her to always ring. I speak to my mum every day. Do you know what? I am never gonna live this sushi thing down, and after I said that, I have now been to Japan. Sushi is obviously brilliant and it's beautiful to look at. I can see where the outrage came from, but at the end of the day, as I said, it is just cold rice with cold fish wrapped around it. And I think I appreciate a meal being hot. I would go to Sandino's bar for a pint, go to Florentini's for some fish and chips and a Knickerbocker Glory, go over to Ebrington Barracks, try and see a gig, and then, yeah, come to our house for dinner. I think the accents from the north of Ireland are so nice to listen to and so musical. I think a Scottish accent carries so much humour. But I'm gonna vote our way. Chafter, which means chatty after. I never use it, but I think when people say it, it sounds so slick. I don't really know much about star signs, but I love being told about them. I feel like I never retain the information though. Yeah, so I don't know, am I a typical Sagittarius? I think if you give yourself a nickname, that's extremely cringe. I think it's so endearing when people's friends have gave them nicknames and they're still called it and they don't mind it. But giving yourself a nickname is a massive no-go. I love anything that's pickled. So I love those pickled jalapenos. So I'll have them, and then those pickled long green peppers, you know, that you get in a kebab shop. Them, a couple of different blocks of different cheeses, some pickled cauliflower, maybe some pickled beetroot, gherkins, some wee bits of ham, and a few miscellaneous random crisps and nuts, and a wee bit of fruit. I love, there's this nut butter that's made, I'm pretty sure it's made at home. It's called Harry's Nut Butter, and it's flavoured peanut butter, so it's like a paprika, smoky, spicy nut butter. I love that on toast or just basically any crisps dipped into it, or just spray it on whatever you can get your hands on. Guinness is definitely the best pint. Best alcoholic drink for me is still like your classic glass of wine or a really spicy Bloody Mary. Definitely dinner food. Breakfast just doesn't offer enough variety. I make this pasta that I've been making for years, where it's just like, it's so basic. It's just pasta, red pesto, yogurt, loads of Tabasco, frozen garden peas, cherry tomatoes, loads of garlic, and a full bag of rocket, and that's like my go-to that I'll eat if I'm home alone. At the minute, it would be Andy Oliver's honey baked chicken, because I feel like I could use the sauce that comes with on other things. So it would be like a clever, tactical move. Throwing a party is better. It's much more work, but I think like the feeling afterwards is great. I'd love to jump out of an airplane. I just think I'd love, this is gonna sound mental now, I think I'd love the feeling of the free fall, and I'd love to do it with my partner. I'd love like to see both of our faces before we've done it. Yeah, I just think the older I get, the less likely I'll be to do it. Safari or WhatsApp. It depends on what I'm doing, but it's actually not that bad, my screen time. I feel like I spend more time looking out the window or staring at a brick wall, really, than I do my phone. I disassociate a lot. I'm not really one for distracting myself. I'm more like on a different planet. But I wasn't actually Irish. I think my Ajama is very entertaining, and she's so honest. And I mean, she's just so appealing to look at. And she's a style icon as well, so I enjoy following my Ajama, Amelia Dims, and yeah, just stalking my best friends normally. And Florence Given, I enjoy following her. Yeah, she's very like inspirational and tenacious and very entertaining to watch. And again, style icon. I love watching her get dressed. It's such a chaotic experience, but it works so well. Christmas. I can't wait for that. I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to that period of getting home and getting everybody together. So now I'm looking forward to, yeah, Christmas and getting home and having dinner tonight. Thanks for watching.